Now, with all of that being said, what I want to focus on is really just making sure that I've got a good amount of money saved up in when going through this process, because there's a lot of things that can happen in real estate, in the real estate buying process, that you want to make sure that you are comfortable, right? Earnest money is about 1% of the sales price. So if you're looking at a $500,000 home, it's about $5,000, keeping in mind that it does go to your closing costs. Number two that we want to look at is going to be understanding that the appraisal costs around $500 to $600. The third piece is the inspection is going to also cost somewhere between three to $600, I would say, for a normal inspection. If you add other things to it, it can move up in price, but always talk to your real estate agent, ask what they recommend on that home. So if you're buying a $500,000 home, what I would recommend having saved up or ready to spend is somewhere about 6 to 8% of the sales value. So in the event that you're buying a $300,000 home, $300,000 home, $500,000 home, $800,000 home, $1 million home, you want to be able to have that amount of money saved up so that you feel comfortable moving forward. Now, it can be done with less, but it is a harder process to go through. And if I'm looking at this through a real estate agent's eyes, again, I'm focusing on resale value. I'm focusing on what areas are growing, what's happening in these areas that is going to allow me to be able to sell my home in the next 2 years so that I don't have to pay taxes on it. And what's going to happen? What are the plans of the city, right? A good real estate agent will be able to tell you kind of what's happening in those local areas. And that way you'll be able to understand, okay, maybe if I buy in Alpharetta right now at like 400, 500K, then in the next 2 years, if I buy in the right location of Alpharetta, I should be able to resell my home for $550,000, $600,000, right? All of these things that you do have got to be focused on resale value, right? Because at the end of the day, we're buying a home, one, to invest in ourselves, and number two, because we want to ultimately buy that next home. And these are the things that we've got to look at and be able to understand. So always go back to those 4 categories: school, lifestyle, commute, and resale value, to understand where you need to be when buying that home. There's been a lot of cases in the last 2025 that, a client wanted to look in this area, but we were like, okay, look, you can look in that area, that's perfectly fine. But if you go 10 minutes this way, you're going to notice that the home prices are maybe a little bit lower, or maybe you're going to be able to get more yard, whatever it might be for that location. And then if you invest into this home and you help, bring the property value up, your other neighbor who has already done that sold for $100,000 more. And all they did was put in a new kitchen, new floors, new paint. And they invested, $30,000, but they made 80 just by doing these things. So these are the things that I would be looking at. These are the things that I'm concerned about. And if you're looking to buy a home, reach out to us. We're here to help. Even if you're not even in the state of Georgia, we can still kind of point you in the right direction of an agent that is in that area that you're looking to be in. And that's what we do. We're here to help. If you need anything, have any questions about the process, we're here to help. And again, we do commercial, we do residential, and we do investment.